The Exorcist is widely regarded as one of the scariest and most influential horror films of all time. Based on the novel by William Peter Blatty, the film tells the story of a young girl named Regan who becomes possessed by a demonic entity and the attempts of two priests to exorcise her. The film was released in 1973 and became a massive box office hit, earning over 400 million worldwide and 10 Academy Award nominations. However, behind the scenes, there was a darker story unfolding. Many people involved in the production of The Exorcist believed that the film was cursed by evil forces that did not want it to be made. A series of strange and tragic events plagued the cast and crew, raising questions about the nature and origin of the curse. Was it a coincidence, a publicity stunt, or something more sinister? But before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a new video, click the bell icon as well. It really helps me out and I appreciate it a lot. Alright, let's get started. The troubles began during the filming of The Exorcist, which took place mostly in New York and Washington, D.C. One of the most notorious incidents was a fire that broke out on the set of the McNeil house, where most of the scenes involving Regan's possession were shot. The fire destroyed most of the interior of the house, except for Regan's bedroom, where the exorcism scenes took place. The cause of the fire was never determined, but some speculated that it was caused by a faulty circuit or a pigeon that flew into a light box. Others, however, saw it as a sign of a supernatural interference. The fire was not the only mishap that occurred on the set. Several actors and crew members suffered injuries, illnesses, and deaths during or after the filming of The Exorcist. For instance, Ellen Burstyn, who played Regan's mother Chris, was severely injured when she was pulled to the floor by a harness during a scene where Regan throws her across the room. The scream that Burstyn let out in the scene was real, and the director William Friedkin decided to keep it in the final cut. Burstyn suffered a permanent spinal injury that still causes her pain to this day. Another actor who was injured on the set was Jack McGowan, who played Burke Dennings, a film director and friend of Chris. McGowan broke his toe when he kicked a piece of furniture in a scene where he is drunk. He also had to endure a scene where he had to spit out a mouthful of pea soup, which was used as a substitute for Regan's vomit. McGowan died of complications from influenza shortly after completing his scenes for the film. He was not the only one who died after working on The Exorcist. Vasiliki Maliaros, who played Father Karras's mother, also died of natural causes before the film was released. Linda Blair, who played Regan, lost her grandfather during the filming, and Max von Sydow, who played Father Marin, lost his brother on the first day of shooting. The deaths and injuries were not limited to the actors. Several crew members also experienced misfortunes while working on The Exorcist. For example, a carpenter lost his thumb in an accident, a lighting technician broke his leg, and a cameraman's baby died during childbirth. Some of these incidents were attributed to the use of substandard equipment and safety measures, but others were seen as evidence of a curse. The curse of The Exorcist did not end with the completion of the film. It also affected the audience who watched it in theaters. The film was met with a mixed response from critics and viewers, some of whom praised it as a masterpiece of horror, and others who condemned it as a blasphemous and exploitative piece of cinema. The film also provoked strong emotional and physical reactions from the audience, some of whom fainted, vomited, screamed, or ran out of the theater in terror. Some theaters even provided barf bags and paramedics for the viewers who could not handle the film's disturbing scenes. The film also sparked controversy and backlash from religious groups, especially the Catholic Church, which denounced the film as an attack on faith and morality. Some priests warned that the film could open the door for demonic possession and influence, and advised the faithful to avoid watching it. Some people claimed that they experienced nightmares, hallucinations, or paranormal phenomena after watching the film. Some even reported that the film itself was haunted, and that strange noises, flickering lights, or malfunctioning projectors occurred during the screenings. The film also attracted the attention of occultists and Satanists, who saw it as a source of inspiration or empowerment. Some of them performed rituals or ceremonies in front of the theaters, or the locations where the film was shot, such as the stairs where Father Karras falls to his death. Some of them also claimed to have communicated with the demon that possessed Regan, who was named Pazuzu in the film. Pazuzu was based on an ancient Mesopotamian deity that was associated with wind, storms, and pestilence. The Exorcist remains one of the most influential and controversial horror films of all time. It has spawned several sequels, prequels, remakes, and adaptations, as well as countless imitations and parodies. It has also inspired many people to explore the topics of exorcism and possession, both in fiction and in reality. However, for some, the film is more than just a piece of entertainment. It is a testament to the existence and power of evil, and a reminder of the dangers of meddling with the unknown. Whether the curse of the Exorcist is real or not, it is undeniable that the film has left a lasting mark on the history and culture of horror.